Namaskar. Welcome to the part number 3 of rules and important points in professional prospects. Rules and important points, part number 3. In this video, we are going to study the rules and important points on loss of job, getting a job, change of job, promotion, job or business, transfer, and job in abroad. First, we are going to study on loss of job. A native can lose a job or he or she can be jobless for two reasons, majorly. One is he or she would have lost the job by the termination by the employee. Because of the employer itself would have terminated that native, so he would have lost the job. That is first one, terminated by the company or the employer. The second one, he or she would have resigned the job due to stress or dissatisfaction or for better change. The employer would have not, terminated the job, but the native itself would have resigned the job on its own. So that is the second point. There are two reasons. For two reasons, in any of the reasons, the native would have lost the job. Loss of job due to termination by the company. Generally, the company can sack an employee due to poor performance or due to misconduct of the employee. Either the native would have not been performed well, or he would have done some misconduct, so he would have been sacked by the company. What are the rules we can think of that? So in general, loss of job is talking about 5th house and 12th house grouping. No? 5 and 12, if it is present. We are going to study with example charts and some other rules, then how it has to be studied and all. But in general, what you have to keep it in mind, 5th house, 12th house, if they are all, it is indicating that, okay, it is indicating loss of job or change of job, we can say that. 5 and 12, since the native is going to experience some, some allegations and some trouble to his reputation or temper to the name, so definitely Lagna 6, 8, 12 groupings will play a role. It means Lagna will face some sort of disrespect or loss of reputation. Such things the native Lagna will face. So along with that 5th house, and if these houses are also strongly playing role, it indicates that the native can be sacked by the company due to disrespect, due to some sort of misconduct or some allegations, right? So that's what I have given. If 1, 5, 6, 8, 12 houses are signified along with the role of Rahu or Saturn, in general, these planets, they are signifying these houses, the impact will be high, right? And also Badhaga Lord. Because Badhaga Lord also playing role, then Lagna will get the impact. Because of the Badhaga connected to these houses, it will give more Badhaga to the Lagna. The native will be terminated from the job due to some allegations or misconduct. The native will lose its job and also his reputation and name. So tamper to the name and reputations are indicated when Lagna is connected to strongly 6, 8, 12 grouping, and also Badhaga and also Rahu, Saturn are playing role. And along with that, 5th house also strongly playing role. Lagna will lose the job by way of this. I think you're able to understand. So loss of job due to the termination by the company due to that, misconduct. Suppose without that 8 and 12, 6, 8, 12 grouping, Lagna and 5 and 12 are present, and 8th house also can be there, but without such unfavorable strong grouping connected to the Lagna, 5th house and 12th house are strongly playing, and without the role of the favorable houses, it indicates Lagna will lose the job, because Lagna can lose the job because that the company will be reducing, or they will be, sacking many of the employees is because of their own reasons, or that what do you call, in practically nowadays many companies are terminating the job of many people. So this is not because of any sort of misconduct or allegations, but in the absence of favorable houses, only unfavorable houses only signified by the running period, that native can lose the job. So the loss of job by way of allegations or conduct, or the company itself can sack the employee. Not only one single employee, many employees they can sack it because of their circumstances. Okay. Then loss of job by resigning. This is done by the native itself. This is done by the company or employer. In loss of job by resigning on its own means definitely the role of Lagna is important, because Lagna only is going to do it on its own. So role of Lagna and moon do play an important role in loss of job by resigning. In this case, that that the native will not have any job on its hand without having any other job. That native will lose its job by resigning on its own. If the running period is signifying third house, eighth house, 5 or 9 and 12 houses grouping, because third house is talking about the mind, inclination. One third house and eighth house and 12th house are all signified. Automatically, Lagna will have some sort of obstacles and struggle in the efforts or mental disturbances. So all these things are all signified by 3, 8, 12 grouping. And along with that, fifth house or ninth house are all joining hands. Lagna will try to, go for some changes because of some stress. So that's what I have given here. 3, 8, 5, 9, 12 house grouping, native will incline towards change of job due to stress. Stress is indicated by third house and eighth house strongly. If moon is also involved into that, in this, the significations signified by this planet, the planet, if it is moon itself is playing role there, mind will be unstable and will get frustration due to more stress. 3, 8, 12 signification signified by the moon, that period is also running. That that native will get frustration due to more stress. If the 3, 6, 8 houses are signified, indicates more workload and also stress, because third house is mind and effort and thought process. Sixth house is job. 3 and 6 is good, but when 8 is joining hands, 8 is third house to the sixth house. That is increase in the intensity of the workload. More workload, mind is getting frustrated. And these also connected to the 12th house, then it is indicating more work stress. It will lead to the, Lagna to take, because of the stress, the native will get more frustrated and inclined towards change of job. When these significations are signified by moon, then it has to be, carefully studied, that definitely mind will get, more stress. That too, moon, if it is there in the watery sign, that native will have more, wavering mind and not able to control the mind. So I think we're able to understand this one. So moon connection we have checked now. Now we are going to talk about the Lagna. Like moon, Lagna also is involved. Suppose 3, 8, 5, 9, 12, what I was saying, along with that, Lagna itself is playing, the native may also go for resigning the job even before getting a new job on hand due to stress. It means what? Lagna itself will involve in resigning, because of course moon and Lagna both, when they are coming and these grouping are coming, then automatically Lagna will incline towards, our mind will incline towards change of job because of this stress. So even without a job in hand, that native will have the, emotional decision can be taken when Lagna and these houses and moon are connected to these houses, so that native will tend to go for, loss of job, resigning the job on its own. That we have to keep it in mind. In addition to that, as I said, when watery signs are involved and also influence of the Saturn or Ketu are involved, that will further more increase the that mental stress, and Lagna will tend to go for the loss of job on its own. I hope you are able to understand. Next, we will check the next topic. Now, next one we are going to study on the getting a job. First, we talked about the loss of job. Now we are going to talk about getting a job and joining a new job. He or she will be looking for a new job after the loss of job. So once he lost the job, he is looking for a new job. The native will get a job in the running or upcoming periods, which are in the star and sub of the favorable key planets, with the grouping of 2 or 6 or 10 or 11 houses. Yes, these grouping are indicated by the star level and sub level, and in the absence of unfavorable key planets, right? Favorable key planets ruled by the star level and sub level, and without the unfavorable key planet, so that period will favor for the getting a job. The finding the DBA periods will be discussed in the upcoming parts, so that you have to keep it in mind. Now I'm talking about only the general rules that you have to keep it in mind, right? So we are checking the running period and upcoming period. We are feeling that period are supportive for the native to get a new job because the star level and sub-level planets are signified by the favorable key planets. But sometime what will happen, the running and upcoming sub-periods can show job possibilities to a jobless native. Okay. But the native may not take the job. Running period and upcoming period will be showing the possibilities for job. But that native also jobless. But the native may not take that job. Whatever the jobs he is getting offered, he will not take it. Because there are some factors are influencing that. That also we have to keep it in mind. Please understand, getting a job, there are rules. Okay. When we can get a job, whether when he is jobless or he is already in a job and he's looking for a change of job, so that upcoming period or running period should indicate the favorable significations, so that native will get a new job. So, but what will happen, sometime the native would have resigned the job or lost the job, as we discussed in the previous slide, but he will not join that offers whatever he is getting, because there are some other factors are influencing that native in selecting a job. This is the most important thing that we have to keep it in mind. The following factors will influence the native in selecting or accepting a new job. We have to keep them in mind in giving the predictions. What are they? The job position or status. In general, a native will look for a new job which is better than his present or previous position or cadre. Suppose a native would have been in a very good position in a company, like say general manager. He may be a general manager in one company. For some reason, either he resigned or he lost the job. Now he is looking for a new job and he is applying for many jobs. But normally what he will be doing when he is applying the job for a new job, he will be always looking for a better job. I mean the job which is with the position or the cadre. I mean, he is a general manager, means he will be looking for minimum of general manager or above that, not below that, not like a supervisor or some other cadre which is comparatively lower than his category. Understand? So he will apply for such job positions only. Suppose a native was in a good position in a job, but he is jobless and looking for a job. If the upcoming sub-periods or running sub-periods, we can say Antra, is bringing some moderate job offers which are below his expectation in position and also package, he may not be interested in taking the job. He may remain jobless till he gets the expected job. Suppose he is coming to you and asking for predictions when I will get a new job. I'm jobless now. So if you are checking the running period, it is indicating that he is, jobless, and it is not favorable for his good job prospects. Then you are looking at the next upcoming period. It is indicating comparatively better than the running period, and is also indicating supportive significations for him to get a job. But he will not apply for the all the jobs. Whatever the job he is applying, even if he is getting a job during that job period, he may be getting some offers, but he will be looking at the offers. If they are not to his satisfactory level, not to his expected level, then he will not join the job. But the signification will indicate, yes, his possibility for it to get a job. So we'll feel that he will get a job. We'll say that no, sir, this period is comparatively better. There are more chances that he will get a job, but he will not join the job. But we have to tell them, because of the some mixed significations or unfavorable significations also present along with that favorable, you will get a job during that period, but may not be to your expected level. But your expected level job can be got only in the best period, which is maybe the next antra or another antra. You understand? So, because of the expected job position or status, that native is not getting the offer, he will not join the job, though that period is indicating supportive signification for getting a job. You understand? And financial conditions. In that case, it is also connected to this, the first one, the financial condition of the native. This is also depending on the native's financial position to manage his jobless period. As I said, he may remain jobless till he gets an expected job, right? So, for example, some people would have been waiting for a required job or expected job. Even for a year also, they will be waiting. Till that year, 1 year without job, they will be there, but they will be capable to manage their expenditures, all these things for 1 year because of their financial conditions. They would have earned more money in the previous periods or previous jobs and all. So they have got a good resource of money. So they will be able to wait. So, but they will not be joining the job which is not to their expected level or the position. So this is all depending on the financial position they are able to manage. During this jobless period also. Hence, such native can be jobless till the better sub period comes, which we can bring him a better job as per his expectation. So whereas a native, please understand, whereas a native who is jobless and desperately looking for a job, because without, if he is not joining a job, then he will not be having any some fund flow, and he is just for his livelihood, he has to join a job. Whether it is it may not be to the expected level, it may not be to his expected package, but no other way, because he has to earn money for his commitments or livelihood, then he will not be waiting for a new job in a favorable period. Till the time, he will not wait. The upcoming sub periods are showing some job opportunities, even if it is comparatively lesser than his expectation, he will join the job. And when his favorable periods are coming, he will get a very good job, right? So he will not wait like this person. He will not stick to that person. To that, how this person is waiting. No, he will not wait for that. He will, because desperately looking for a job, and will not wait till he gets a desired job with position or package. There are two conditions. So when we are going to give the predictions, we have to look the position or status of the native and financial position. So all these things also importantly influencing the native in selecting or accepting a new job. Of course, that running period or upcoming period, if they are all indicating some favorable houses for job, and along with that some unfavorable houses and trouble giving houses to the lagna, it will not give very good progress to the native. But depending on his financial position or even depending on his mindset, he will take the job and for wait for another job in a very good sub period. So that we have to keep it in mind, right? Sometimes you will tell that person that you will get a job in next month or so, because that antara is supportive for the new job prospects. But after that, no, then if I mean he will say that no, I have not got any job. I'm jobless. But if you ask him very clearly whether you got a job, no, I mean whether you have not got any offer or you have not got any job with your expectation, then you will say that I got some offers, but not to my expected level, so I did not expect. So that 8 and 12 significator, which are all obstacle giving houses to the Lagna when all playing role, and with less favorable grouping, that native will not take that job offer whichever is getting. So he'll wait for the new job to his expected level. For that, his financial condition also important. I think you're able to understand. And also some other factors also are there. What are their health condition and family situations? These two things also we have to keep it in mind. Sometimes even if you look at the females that who after marriage, if you look at the period, sometimes the period the Bugdis will be supportive for the job prospects and the gain and I mean earning from the job. But if you look at that, the native will not be joining a job, or he will not go for any job because of the family circumstances, or she may be undergoing pregnancy. She will not go for job. She would have resigned the job. But the period will be supportive, indicating supportive significations for job prospects. So depending on the health condition and also family situation or some other circumstances, that native may not join the job. So it is also we have to keep it in mind that in selecting or accepting a new job, some factors apart from the significations also there that we have to keep it in mind. So joining the new job we have studied now. Now, change of job. Change of job means a native will be in one job and he will not lose the job. He will change the job. There will not be any jobless situation. He will be working in a job. He'll find a new job, and he will give notice period to that existing company, intimation, and without any day loss of job, then that native will join the new job. So for what reasons normally the person native will go for change of job? A native will look for change of job, his job. I'm saying his in general, it is his or her job for two major reasons. One is better progress. And next one is dissatisfaction in the present job. Right? So better progress already we discussed in the different type of job prospects. Kind of job prospects wherein the native will unstable job but better progress. It means the native will keep on changing the job for better progress. So, or the second point is dissatisfaction in the present job. He will be working in a company, but the running period and that may not be challenging or may not be interesting to that native, and he will have some dissatisfaction in the present job. In that present job, definitely it is like resigning the job. Also, I said, na. So when Lagna will not be get interested, and Lagna will find some distress or dissatisfaction with the third house and 8 and 12 signification, along with that fifth house also playing role, the Lagna will lose interest or dissatisfaction in the present job, and he will not resign, and he will go for a new job. He will find a new job, and then he will resign and move to the other job. So change of job by dissatisfaction in the present job. So now, without losing or resigning the present job, they will look for a better job in both the cases. There will not be any jobless situation. You see, change of job is also, resigning the job also is a part of change of job only. But what I'm trying to say here, resigning the present job, without any have job in hand, they will not resign. Resigning in the sense, of course, change of job, resigning a present job and joining the new job. Resigning the present job and the jobless situation will not be there. A native will, while working for a company, will find a job, new job with a better position or package, and will join the new job after issuing the notice to the old company. There will not be jobless, there will not be loss of job. Only change of job will be present. Generally, the planet will signify 5 or 9, 6 or 10, and 11. Importantly, both favorable and unfavorable houses will be there, but without 11 house at the planet and star level at combined signification. Planet and star level, if you study, there will be this house grouping along with this 8th house or 12th house without 8 and 12 grouping. Either 8 or 12 will be there. So mostly it means that that planet and star level will support for change of job. Suppose planet is signifying 6th house or 10th house, star level is talking about 5th house and 11th house. It is indicating that native 6th house or matters are going to experience change for the betterment. So that way, the planet will signify these houses at the planet and star level combined significations. As discussed under DBA analysis, we discussed in the previous chapter, we discussed DBA analysis. If the change causing key planets that are ruling the Dasa Lord or ruling the Bugdi along with the favorable key planets, it will favor for the change of job in its Bugdi. Suppose when you study the Dasa Lord, you have to check the Dasa Lord. In the Dasa Lord, which are the planets are supportive for change of job. Change of job means it is having both favorable and unfavorable significations for the job. Which are the planets are making the Dasa Lord for such activity? The Bugdi Lord, which is also having those key planets in their rulers, along with that favorable key planets, it will favor for change of job. Change in the sense, it will indicate unfavorable and favorable. Both will be there, right? The planet with 5 or 9 or 8 or 12, along with the 6 or 10 houses in self-signification, will be the key planets for change of job. If 11th house also joining in, it favors for satisfactory job. 5th house, 8th house, if it is present, along with that 6th house or 10th house are all present, along with the 11 also present, this chart, that planet will be a favorable key planet for change, because it is talking about change also favorable. Without the favorable houses, only that unfavorable house for 5 or 9 are only present. It is not talking about the change. It is talking about change means unfavorable and favorable. This is moving towards this one. That we have to keep it in mind. So change of job we discussed. In that, we have to give some important some important points. We have to keep it in the rules. These are the general rules. If the 10th or 6th cuspal lord or cuspal sublord planet is in the star of a planet with these 5, 9, 8, 12, or 6 and 10 houses, that is a change-giving key planet, will favor for change of job strongly, because the planet is talking about 10th house or 6th house. Star Lord is talking about 5th house or 9th house and 8th or 12th house, and it is talking about 6 and 10 or 11. It means this planet in the source having got 6th house or 10th house, especially cuspal Lord, 10th Lord, 6th Lord, or 10th sublord and 6th sublord planet in the nakshatra of a planet which is having unfavorable house to this 10th house or 6th house and also favorable house to this. This unfavorable means 6th house is going to face 5. It means 12th house to the 6th house and 8th house to the 10th house. If it all playing role, these houses are going to experience some changes or struggle. That house matters are going to get favorable strength are reduced. 12th house to these houses are indicating some change, loss. But loss is being not complete loss, because also indicating gain. Job. So this is indicating change of job. So that way, the planet in the star of this planet, change-giving key planet, that is going to be more strongly favorable for the change of job. If the planet with the 5 or 9 cuspal lord or cuspal sublord, now we are talking about the 10 and 6 I said in the first point. Suppose the planet is 5th lord or 9th lord or 5th sublord or 9th sublord. Importantly, you take 5th lord and 9th lord because that is the source planet. In the star of a planet, which is talking about 6th house, 10th house, without 8 and 12, it also will favor for the change of job. It means what? I'll put this way. The planet, if it is in the source, 6th lord or 10th lord, for example, star lord is talking about 5th house, 9th house, or 6 or 10 or 11th house while playing. This is indicating change of job. Or planet is talking about 5th house or 9th house. Star lord is talking about 6th house, 10th house, or 11th house. It indicates what? The source is talking about the change. Change is going to experience new job. So this is also supportive for change of job. This is also supportive for change of job. Here, without 6th house, 10th house are playing role. 5 or 9 or instead of 11, if it is connected to 12th house or 8th house, then it is talking about not change. It is talking about loss. This is going to experience loss, but 6 or 10 or 11 are present. It is talking about the change. But if without these favorable houses, it will indicate loss. Here, that it is talking about loss or change, the source planet, star level talking about the job. So the star level planet in both the cases, it should have the favorable primary house if it is present. It is sometime it will be there directly, sometime it will be there. Star level planet will have supporting house, the second house, 11th house, Lagna will be there. Star lord, the star lord will have the 6th house and 10th house strongly, or that star lord will have this favorable key planet in its supports. So that they are the common rules when we are studying planets level wise. The point what we have to keep it in mind, the source planet, if it is unfavorable, key planet with the primary unfavorable house, star level planet is having favorable key planet with the 11th house and all, if it is present, it is supportive for change. Here, the same way, the planet, if it is having primary house ruler, star level planet, it is talking about the unfavorable primary ruler, along with that 8th house or 12th house, and without the favorable grouping, if it is present, it will indicate the loss of job. But the star level planet is 5 and 9, unfavorable primary house is present, but also having favorable primary houses, then it is indicating change of job. So change of job in two cases, in general, we have to keep it in mind. Okay. If the planet with the 5 or 9 cuspal lord or cuspal sublord and also 6 and 10 houses in the star of the planet with the 2 and 11 houses without 8 and 12 grouping, it will favor for the job, change of job. That's what I was saying, that that planet, for example, the other case, I can say this, just a minute. I will erase this one. The planet is, it is having a 6th house, also 5th house. The planet itself is having both favorable and unfavorable. That's what it is said here. Both 5 or 9 are also 6 and 10 in the source. It means the planet itself is having both favorable and unfavorable. Star Lord is talking about 6 or 10 or 2 and 11. It means planet itself is indicating change. Star level supportive for the change with the favorable grouping. The first one is favorable in the star of mixed, unfavorable with the favorable. 6th house is going to experience change. Here, 5th house or 9th house in the planet, especially in the cuspal lordship, for example, in the star of a planet favorable, so it is supportive for the change. Here, both the favorable and unfavorable primary house are in the source. In the star of a planet, if it is having favorable houses, I mean, especially 6th house or 10th house or 2 and 11 are present, it also support for the change of job. In this case, if it is 8 and 12 grouping should not be there. If the star level planet it is having 8 and 12, this 5th house will join hands, is 8 and 12. 6 will get some trouble because of the 8 and 12. So that will give trouble. According to the signification, we have to keep it in mind. So change of job can normally can happen in in three conditions, right? So how we are going to study the Dasa, Bukti, Antra, Dasa period, then Bukti, and what the Bukti significations, a role along with the Dasa. There also we can find how these Bukti is supportive for change of job under that Dasa and all. We will discuss in the upcoming parts and also especially in the practical case studies. So I think we're able to understand. Now we are going to discuss on the other topics, promotions and transfer. If 1, 6, 10, 11 houses are signified along with the 5 or 9 house in the combined levels of planet, star level and sub level, it supports for the change of job with betterment or progress or promotions. Suppose 5th house, 9th house are all not playing. Suppose Lagna 6, 10, and 11. These house grouping are important for getting a promotion. 1 and 6 and 10. Planet, star level, sub level, when you study 1, 6, 10, 11 grouping are present from source, effect, and result grouping. If it is present, definitely that planet during that period will favor for some notable position. Depending on the each level's grouping, the impact level will vary, but it will favor for the good position. Now, in that, if 5th house and 9th house also joining hands, it will support for change of job with a good position. Some people will be playing, it'll be one job, then they will apply for a new job. So they will join the new job with the good position better than the running position. So it is like a promotion. So in the same, department, but in a different company, they will get a new job with a good promotion. Or same signification can that without changing the job or company, they will be getting some promotion in the same company. So that 1, 6, 10, 11 grouping are important. Okay, so in that case, for example, if along with the 3rd house, 9th house are also associated with these 5, 9, 6, 10 houses, it will support for transfer or change of location, because 3rd house is talking about the change of location movement. 9th house also the same, with long duration. They can get transferred to the long, the place which is far away from 3rd house, 9th house. On 12th house also it is unknown place. So if it is present, so that also will support for the change of location or change of job or transfer. Suppose like in a government company, government sector, or in some multinational companies, they will be there. There will not be any change of job, but they will get transferred to one place to another place. There they will have some different branches. They will get transferred to the another branch. So wherein that 3rd house or 9th house or 12th house will be playing role along with these houses. So that's what we have to keep it in mind. So promotion and transfer, or sometimes promotion will not be there, but only this 3rd house, 9th house and associated with this 6th house, 10th house will be there. So it means these houses are indicating there can be change of location because of the 3rd house, and along with that 5th house, because some changes are happening. So that can be signified. Along with that, 1, 6, 10, 11 grouping also present. 1, 6, 10 are also present. It indicates that change of job or transfer, not change of job, change of location or transfer along with that promotion is possible. I think you are able to understand. So we have studied the promotion and transfers. And there's one more important point will come in our mind, job or business. A person will be asking, sir, I'm looking for a job, and but I'm not getting a job, or I'm looking for a job business prospects. So whether I can go for a business or job which is good for me. Please understand, this is also some important factors we have to keep it in mind. The people, some people who are jobless for, quite some time, so they will look for some good offers in job, and also when after the desperate search for job, when since it is getting delayed, I mean, some people will be saying that, no, why can't we go for a business because you are not getting a job? So they will look for a good business prospects, good opportunities also. But once they get a job, they will forget about the business. I mean, because they are ideally present, so they are looking for all sort of possibilities. So we have to keep it in mind. They're really serious on the business prospects, or only they're looking for the, they're which is better for them, job or business. That we have to keep it in mind. They will have their mind according to the running dasa bukti. Definitely they will have such mindset. But whether they are eligible to go for a business or not, or they have to wait for some period to get a job, that you have to keep it in mind. So first of all, whether job or business, which is destined well in the chart. If the 10th gospel sublord, importantly, 10th ruler, importantly, 10th gospel sublord, destiny planet is strongly signifying 7th house. It indicates the destiny supports for business. Please understand, even 10th house is connected to the 7th house, also 6th house, and this also indicating not only business. 7, it is talking about the what do you call, the public, and also Lagna is the native, and 7th house is the other people, the public or partner, we can say. Individual business also supported by the 7th house, but the people who are all in the trading business or all in communication or contact with the public, they are also service, they will also have the 7th house. So just with the 10 connected to 7, we cannot say that it is going to be favorable, for the business. But generally we have to see that, for example, the planet, 10th gospel sublord itself, it can have 7th house in itself signification. 10th lord in the 7th house, or 10th lord also 7th lord, or 7 is already connected to the source planet, 10th house itself. It indicates supports for the business, but how far it is supportive, depending on the other signification, that destiny level will vary. But in general, 10th gospel sublord is strongly signifying 7th house, indicates destiny supports for the business. Does not mean that 10th house is connected to 6th house, it is good for the job only. 10 is supportive. The 6th house is not only supportive for the job, it is also supportive to the business in addition to the 7th house. Because 7, if you take as the client, the customer, 6th house is 12th house to the 7th house, that customer has to pay, has to lose money. 6th house is earning. So 10, 7, 6 also supportive for own business. If 5 and 7 are signified, it can support for partnership, business, or ventures. Because when 7, 6, and 11 are connected, it is supportive for own business. Because 11th house is gain or profit or satisfactory to the Lagna. So when you are going to join hands with somebody as a partner or joint venture, 7 is supportive for that. Along with that, how 11 is connected, if 5 is also connected, because 5 is 11th house to the partner or to the other person who is going to associated with the Lagna. So that way, 5 is connected. It is 5 and 7 are connected. It is supportive for partner business, because we have to earn and also the partner also have to learn. Then only there will be bondage. If no 7 is signified, it supports for job only. Please understand, does not mean that no, if sometimes 7 will not be there straight away. Sometimes that planet level, star level will have the 7 signification strongly in supports, or in 2A level planet may be there. So along with the grouping only we can identify, but in general, 10th lord gospel sublord in the star of a planet, it is not indicating or connected to the 7th house. It supports for job only. If 7, 6, 11 are signified, it supports for both job and business. These are all the general rules. But when you are going to study the I mean, practically, when you look at the charts, we will not come across the charts which are clearly having only 7 or 6 or 11 or 5 and 11. So we will not be having such a simple in general. We'll have a grouping of houses. We have to carefully study that whether it is supportive for job only or both job and business or business only. But these rules are important. You have to keep it in mind, right? So a planet, in the native chart, the 10th cuspal sublot can have these houses. It indicates supports for both job and business. But what the native is going to do, whether job or business, some people will be doing both job and business together, or some people will be going for a job first, then will go for a business. Then some people will do business, then after the loss of business, they will go for job also. All the possibilities are present. How? Who is going to do that? Because that all based on the dasa periods, because that the destiny is indicating this one. Who is going to execute that one? Lagna is going to experience such job or business or both depending on the dasa periods. So based on the running dasa periods, the native will do either job or business or job. Or as I said, first job, then business, or first business, or then job, or both together, depending on the period. Similarly, if the 7th cuspal sublot also signifying strongly 10th house, it indicates destiny supports for business. 7 connected to the 10th house, or 10 is connected to the 7th house, all supportive for the business. Supports for the business, fine, but whether it is favorable or not, that is the next important point. If the 10th cuspal sublot signifies 8 and 12 houses strongly along with the 7 and 5 houses, it is not suitable for the business. It means 10th cuspal sublot is connecting to the 7th house is supportive for business, we can say. It is also connected to the 6th house and also 11th house and 5, all supportive for the, joint venture or partnership. But if it is having 8th house and 12th house, these houses are trouble-giving houses or loss-giving houses to the lagna. When these houses are joining hands, 5, 8, 12 grouping will not be good. 6, 8, 12 grouping will not be good. So they will give trouble. It is indirectly indicating supportive for business, and also it can cause the loss or trouble to the business. So that we have to keep it in mind. That is the reason when the 10th cuspal sublot is strongly connected to the 8 and 12 houses, it is better not to go for the business, especially putting money, especially investing money, because 8th house is second house to the 7th house. It is the money of the others. So that money, his money will be stuck outside. And 12th and also 8th house is trouble giving houses to the struggle giver to the lagna. And 12th house is loss. So that money will be stuck outside and he will lose the money. And 6, 8, 12 grouping, when they are forming, that lagna will face debts, and also then increase in the loan will happen. So because of that, in the business, without the loan, the business cannot be run. And when he is getting the loan, then when 5, 8, 12 grouping or 6, 8, 12 grouping are running, then he will go for more loan, and ultimately his money will stuck, and he will have to shut down the business because of the 5, 8, 12 grouping. So because of that, when 10th cuspal sublot is strongly indicating 5, 8, 12 grouping along with these houses, it is not suitable for business. Though it will support for such business opportunities during the dasa period. During the supportive period, he will start the business. But finally, it will lead to loss or closure of business in the unfavorable dasa bhukti. So who is going to execute dasa bhukti period? So the destiny, if it is supportive mixed signification, in the favorable period, that lagna will support favor for the business, but in the unfavorable period, that native will experience the trouble also. So both the way it is possible. Suppose the native is running a business without his money. He is working as a working partner. He is not putting any money. Only the partners is going to put money. This 8 and 12 signification, it will indicate some sort of hurdles and struggle to the Lagna in his progress. And also it will give obstacles for him to get some desired profit because of the 8th and 12th favorable to the partner. But he will also gain money, but he will not lose any money. There will be reduction in his share because of this 8 and 12 grouping, but there will not be any loss because he is not putting any money. Rather, he is getting some lesser means what you call percentage or share because of the he is not putting any money. He is a working partner. He can put all the effort and everything because Lagna will face a lot of struggle, obstacles, putting stress, everything that Lagna will take and enter into the business, but he will not put any money. He is not advised to put any money into that business, and but because of that his share also will be lesser, but fortunately he will not lose any money. So in such joint ventures, it's better not to go for any more investment of money into the business. Rather, his as a working partner is always advisable, or he can be as a guider or as an advisor, or sorry, he can act as the trader, or I mean only on a commission. When third house is connected, fifth house connected, then he can go for commission. He will not involve his money into the business, just he will trade and he'll get the money. I mean, but as I said, no, when he's not putting any money, then he has, as well as he's earning percentage also, that amount of earning also will be less because of the 8 and 12 grouping, but is that his what do you call his gain also less, and also the whatever the risk he's taking also will be less. So I think we're able to understand job on business and what are the points we have to consider in business. We have to keep it in mind. Now, next one is job in abroad. If the 10th cuspal sublord is signifying 3, 6, 9, 12 grouping of houses, it supports for job prospects in abroad. That we know that. Similarly, for the 12th sublord also connected to the, because 12th house sublord in the star of your planet favorable for the third house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house, and 9th house are all indicating from through the 12th house, Lagna will be favoring for the job prospects in abroad. Because 12th house is investment also, it is also abroad also. So if the 10th cuspal sublord is signifying these houses, it supports for job prospects in abroad. All, please understand, all is based on the Dasabhukti period only that native will experience. If it signifies 4 and 8 also, along with the 3, 6, 9, 12 houses, along with these favorable houses, 4,000, 9,000 also strongly playing. It supports for job prospects associated with abroad, but not strongly supportive for long stay for abroad, in abroad for profession. Because 4,000, 8,000, if a planet, if the Lord is signifying these houses, so it will support for, short travel, or, short official trips to abroad for a shorter duration, or on site, we can say. He'll go or he'll work for some time there and he'll come back. So it can support for short official trips also, right? It will not support for long stay in abroad for profession. When 4 and 8 are strongly playing, we have to keep it in mind. Because 4th house is talking about the homeland, 8th house is obstacles, and also 12th house to the 9th house, right? In along with that, 2nd house also joining hands, 2, 4, 8 are not favorable for long stay in abroad. So now, if the 10th cuspal sublord is also signifying such significations, not only cuspal sublord, cuspal lord also signifying such signification, it further adds 10. Along with the 10th sublord, 10th lord also connected to these houses, it is strongly supportive for the native professional prospects in abroad. As I said, depending on the dasa periods, that native will be in, suppose that native 10th sublord is indicating these houses along with that 4 and 8. Suppose one dasa which is running, that dasa, if it is not having this unfavorable key planet, having got this 4,000, 8,000, in its star level and sub level, it is not there. The rulers of the dasa is not having this unfavorable key planet, but only favorable key planets only playing. During that period, that native, that the whole dasa will not be coming back to homeland. He will be there in the abroad itself. You would have studied some cases in the previous abroad travel, that event also, the such things would have studied. So when the period changes, wherein that 4 and 8 grouping are strongly playing, that native will come back. So which is important, destiny will indicate mixed one. Depending on the dasa bhukti periods only, the native will experience, whether favorable or unfavorable. This is common for all the events. I think you are able to understand this one. These are the important points we have to keep it in mind when we are before we go for the what do you call study on the professional prospect with the example charts. These important rules we have to keep it in mind. So we will meet in the next part. Good luck.